Hi, we are going to go into the manager practice area and I will show you how to add blocks as a manager. The funny thing is that this is what my page looks like, which is not very useful. Uh, it's hard to see here. I try to make it bigger, but they updated their web page and it didn't get better on my site. So I'm first going to turn editing on. And well, what we'll see here is what the page would look like. And once editing is on, we go down, we see that there's already a block that already exists. And actually, for the first time I've ever seen it, this actually is a block, which I never knew. The actual main part of the page is in a square. So the course itself must be in a block. It's called the Manager Practice Area. So I didn't know you could put a block right in the middle, but it looks like a block. Anything in a gray box is a block. Okay, so you have different shapes of blocks. Here's a bigger block called Navigator, and I'm not able to alter these two blocks. They appear automatically. I can't delete them. Although I could take the Navigator and go like that, which we'll do for now, and if I want I could go like that to get it off the page. Okay, so to add a block, here we go. Well, first of all, you see quite clearly that we have all this empty space on the right, and empty space on the left, and empty space on what is called the footer. You don't have any space up above on the header area. But anything that's empty is yours for the choosing. You can decorate it with as many blocks as you want that you feel are useful. For our purposes, we're just exploring blocks, so it doesn't really matter what we add. But if you can see this tiny print, which I'm not sure I can make bigger, we have activities, blog menu, blog tag, calendars, checklists, comments, competence grid, Credly badges, Exibus ePortfolio, latest announcements, latest badges, level up, mass actions, my enrolled courses, online users, open badge factory, people, poll, private files, QR code, random glossary entry, recent blog entries, search forums, sharing cart, stash, and upcoming events. I've seen a lot of the videos on the form for managing blocks, and most of them have used blocks that are useful for teaching and for our class. I'm going to try to explore blocks that most people haven't yet added to this manager practice area. So I didn't see all of the videos, but I saw a lot of them. And here's one that I never saw anyone really add yet. Competency grid. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to add, I don't know how to get this thing to look better, but we're just going to add the ones that we don't know about. Level up. I've never seen that one. Let's see if it adds it. It might not add it. Doesn't look like it added. Mass actions. Well, we're not going to be able to add all these my enrolled courses. How's that? It doesn't seem like we have a choice. Poll. Oh, now all of a sudden they're showing up. Now we obviously have too many here, so I'm going to try to move it. Let's see, mass actions. I saw on one of the videos that you could actually move it by dragging. Here's this little, I don't know, it looks like a star flake, I'll call it. Okay, so I'm going to move it. See if it will move. I'm not very good at moving things. Let's see. Let's see, there we go. I'm just going to move some of them. No, it doesn't move. Let's see if we can move it this way. No, hold on, I'll try to figure it out. Okay, I'm not able to move it. It might be something strange with this web page for this moment because I knew they were doing some kind of repair. But what we'll do is we'll just look at the ones I added so far, and then we can delete them. But normally, you should be able to move this cursor here, and as you can see, I'm dragging it, and it should be able to drag. Okay, it's not. Okay, and then you have a little tab button, which I'm afraid to do, but it would bring it all the way over as a tab. And you can also hit this button, which, as we already know what it does, it collapses it. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to open it up, My Enrolled Courses. Pretty cool. I'm not going to do it. Well, I could do it maybe in another tab, but what you'll see there, it just takes you to the class page, and that might be useful instead of having to go way up here to My Courses. This is a useful thing, and I would probably want to add it. Okay, so we explored that. And now we have mass actions. Now this is a really great thing. Let's say that you're repeating something from a different week or a post and you want to move it to a different place. This is mass actions. So what you would do here is you would select your text, which we don't have right here, but you'll have to play with it another time. And then you decide to move it. Now here it says out, into, move, delete, but here's where it says move. Move to, I'm not having a really easy time here, move to section over here, or duplicate to section. So for a manager, this is useful if you had something that you wanted to repeat more than one spot. Okay, maybe like I love it. This would be a good place to do mass actions of putting I love it on every page or something like that. Okay, so we'll collapse that. And now we have recent rewards, level up. Well, it's very hard to figure out what exactly that is. Right, you hit the configure button, configure level up block, which we didn't do on any of these, but you always could hit this to configure. Okay, and this is where if you want to move it, if you can't drag it, you could do something like this. It usually gives you under settings where it could appear on this page over here. Let's put it on the left. Okay, and I'm not sure what weight is. Let's try it and give it a 10. I don't know what that does. Now this is just configuring the setup of it. It's not necessarily explaining it, right? There's more expand. Okay, I don't really know what it is, and I don't even see, oh, way down here, oh my gosh. Way down there is the save settings page, save change page. Well, I don't know if it's going to let me save it. Let's see if I can move my screen up. Save changes over here. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, well, here it is right there, save changes. Okay, and I try to make this screen bigger, and I am using a Mac Command Plus, and also my fingers, and also, yeah, see there, it's working. Okay, but something's still wrong with this page. They have to continue to repair it. A level up, I don't know what it is, and I put 10. I have info, ladder, report, settings. Okay, maybe we'll do info. Recent rewards, course reviewed. Participate in the course to gain experience, points, and level up. Well, that's something interesting. Uh-oh. Here you go. Level required. Customize the levels. Well, this would be something info, ladder, report, log, levels, rules. Well, this is something way more in-depth than I want to go into. But it looks like it could be something fun to explore on another day. Okay, so I'm going to actually collapse that. And we have My Enrolled Courses, Mass Actions I explained, Competency Grid. I don't really know what that is. And there's no open button here. I'll try to click on it and find out what that is. No. Well, then you've got your basic setup, configure, but it doesn't let you put the input into your competency grid. and I don't know where you put the actual content in. We haven't learned that yet. This is just design of where to put the block. And I'm not sure what a weight is, but here you go. It's the same thing. Default weight, where you want to put it on the page, but it doesn't show you how you type in whatever content that block will have. We've got to learn how to do that. Okay, anyway, as we go back into the page now, I see the main level block where the course content will be, and it's interesting because I never noticed this before, but here you can edit announcements. You could put your title for the week's work, and you can add your activities or resources in this block. And that's what I would like to see in each of these blocks, like competency. I'd love to see something blue that says add content, so you could actually write and add your competency grid, which I haven't learned yet, but that would make sense if it was there. Let's look at the other blocks we haven't used. Checklist, someone did try. Comments, badges, portfolio, announcements, badges, latest badges, online users, open badge factory. I think that's just like badges. It's just a different brand of them. People, a poll, private files, QR code, random glossary, a sharing cart. That looks good. What's a sharing cart? Let's see. A sharing cart. Where did that go? Where did the sharing cart go? Sharing cart. Okay. Let's see if we can get the screen to get bigger. Okay. Okay, so we have configure sharing cart, which, I guess we could delete it. People have already used all this, so I'm not going into it since people know about it. Okay, it didn't delete. That's okay. Okay, oh, now look. It's getting to look normal again. Stash. Let's see what stash is. Usually you have to confirm it. I don't see the confirm thing. There's something strange about all this. Stash. Usually you have confirm and then it shows up, okay, but then you ask where it wants to be. But okay, I'm not getting stash, so maybe we can't use stash. Upcoming events. Okay, a lot of this we've seen. QR code. I think we have one in. Well, okay, there's something wrong with this because now I can't add anything. I can't add any block. Okay, well, this is the best I can do now. I'd like to find out where we can add this content, because I would want to add content. I'd want to see how someone can share and put something in a sharing cart. I don't know what that is. And I'd like to see competency grid, how you add it. And same with the checklist, how you add it. I'd also like to find out a little bit more about level up. And I'd like to find out how one can put this content in the block, in the square, in the block, it's not a square, in the central part. And I'd also like to find out where you get the choice of a block for navigation, because this is a block. And not only that, but you have your navigation, which you can hardly see, but here you go. Here's a new arrow that I've never seen before. I don't know what that arrow means, but okay, could be a problem with it. But where do you get all this content? How do you put the content into the navigation? There's more going on this page than we get to know about. And hopefully we'll learn that in one of our next sessions. Okay, well, I did the best I could, and thanks for watching.